Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, men and women of goodwill. My name again still remains Emmanuel Oremiju Mouth, known as the Great Seer or the Sea of the Seer. Emmanuel Oremiju is a seer and a follower of Mazen Namdekano and spiritual father to this very movement, a believer of Simon Ekpa, the spiritual son of Mazen Namdekano. And if you are watching me, please pay attention to what I have to say. Share this very program, hit the like button. If you wish to support this very platform, you can do that through Super Chat. You are welcome. Let us pay also to this very program. Are you listening to me? Follow-up of Master Simon Ekpa's case in Finland indicates that the only thing that is detaining Master Simon Ekpa, they leveled him terrorism. That one is non and avoid, even it doesn't appear in the dashboard anymore. They leveled him all kinds of accusation. It doesn't appear in the dashboard anymore. But the only thing appearing there is money laundering. Money laundering. If you people can know, or if those following this criminal called Ogenkere, press him to print out accounts, you will understand where the money laundering accusation of our PM is coming from. Ogenkere had a deal with the governor of Enugu State. The governor of Enugu State transferred and injected money into that account. Ogenkere, in turn, alerted the Finnish authorities after the arrest of Master Simon Ekpa. Everything is all planned. According to my informant said when he submitted the document was after Finland declaration of independence. He traveled back to submit it. All this that I'm saying is according to information. Now, if you come to this information, two people have given this information, one of which that I just spoke with now, about few minutes ago, before recording this. So I don't know when you are going to watch. This is after 22 minutes after 5. 22 minutes after 5 in the Holy Land of Biafra. So I don't know where you are watching, but this very thing is given 22 minutes after 5. Ogenkere spoke with Finnish authorities. And if you check, I have said account couldn't bring problem. The Biafra government must come out to tell us what they noticed, because it's not only come and do account the money. They noticed something from Ogenkere. That is part of the reason they told him come and do accounts. As PM told him, come and do accounts. They planned this very deeply against our PM. Money was injected into Biafran account, unaccounted for. In turn, according to my informant, he said Ogenkere printed everything to go and tell them that it was PM Master Simon Ekpa who liaised with the governors. Liaised with the people to put the money, that he is using that account to launder money for politicians. The same Ogenkere recently came out to tell you people. Do you know why I said this is making sense? When my informant, my last informant from America, is talking to me, when he is talking to me, I said, sir, you are making sense. because someone from Finland have already told me the same. I don't know if I told him, but I have had it from someone from Finland. That there are some documents which was submitted against our Prime Minister from Ogenkere. So in order to cover all these his atrocities, he came out to say, I have personally spoke with the Prime Minister. So that your brain will continue to wonder, oh, if he does all of these things, why will Prime Minister call him and speak to him? Your brain will not be to the main problem, the main agenda, which is Jao Prime Minister. That is his main agenda. Submit the information. He went to tell and tender to Finnish authorities that he is the finance minister and there is money which came in, which the Prime Minister is using the account under him to launder money. It was a very well orchestrated plan. So when I was talking with, I said, this information makes sense. It makes sense to me. The reason why he refused to do account, because if you go to and print out the accounts, one could easily see this information which have been flying, that you submitted information against the Prime Minister. So in order to deepen it, if you go into the goal of consistently telling you, oh, Prime Minister spoke with me, Prime Minister said that they should fall back to him. Falling back to Briggy means all the Finland nonsense is useless. All the Finland noise is useless. And the Biafra people have won in this aspect. The Biafra people have won in this aspect, which is not going under him, because it would have been deadlier if onye gbara anyị egbe na-awa anyị mgbọ. It would have been deadlier if onye gbara gị egbe na-awa gị mgbọ. Somebody who gbaa gị egbe ka ị nwụọ, ewere mmanye si ọya ya wapụtazie gị dị mgbọ. Ele ihe bụ ala, ele ihe bụ fragaman. I am him and I owe remages, one of it very kind. I preach nothing but the undiluted truth. This information makes sense, much sense. The reason why the account of the people becomes rubbish. Becomes rubbish. You have two accounts. Which one person have access to it? The other one was the one which was used to win PM, and I was told that big money was shifted into that account from Enugu State Governor. Ogenkere went to bear witness that the account under him as the finance minister of Biafra is being used for money laundering. They sworn a case of sheltering the, what are they calling it? Is it sheltering the evidence or sheltering this thing? They said his life is under threat globally. If people got to know that, you want to tender this, but the authorities should investigate that this is money laundering, that he is innocent. He doesn't want to be in the FBI book. That is the reason why. He doesn't want to be in FBI book because he has been convicted for too many crimes. That is the reason why he is saying he is a changed person. That this money that was transferred into this account is a money laundering. Imagine. This information makes sense to me. This very information makes sense, makes a whole lot of sense. Because if you check the money that this guy was throwing around, you ask, oh, here na Facebook, akpọrọ moto, oh, ebe a ka o si enweta ego. How many people, do you know how many people I have in America who does a whole lot of business? A whole lot of business. They have not thrown away around this type of money that this Okelekuku is throwing. They have not thrown around this type of money this Okelekuku is throwing. So it makes a whole lot of sense to me. Mana agbacha ọsọ agụọ mai. Ụkpala okpoko gburu ubu ntị chiri ya. If you think that you will be an impediment into Biafra struggle, sorry is your name. Because the land of Biafra will stand against you. Because you are not pure. Are you getting the point? I am a man Oremigus, one of it very kind. I preach nothing but the undiluted truth. If people under this Okelekuku called Ogenkere, do you know where he engineered it? We don't do account of war. Ask him, are you the financier of the war? Are you the one in charge of the men account going to the men on the ground? What you are in charge is account of deer. Do accounts, you refuse. Little wonder the reason why you refuse was because that very account is being used against Prime Minister. Let me say this again and emphasize on this again. I received information from Finland that Ogenkere submitted account of money laundering against Prime Minister. The Prime Minister knows about it, that there is a money which enters into the account which he handles. Ask him, what did you go back to Finland to do? Ask him, what did he go back to Finland to do? I am a man of Oremigus, and we must be conscious. Again, no harm in trial. No harm in trial. We must get internationally, not based in, we must get a well, even if it is useless to us. Let us Biafrans, you follow and contribute money. Follow and contribute money. If I don't get money, I go borrow, of which only God knows that I no get to. But I must borrow to see that I contributed to it. We must get internationally recognized lawyer. Even though I have been told that there are lawyers in charge to satisfy, because these things that I say here is what people call me on phone all the time, including those who are within. We must make sure that we get internationally recognized. Dear COS man, please. Because when I do program here, people will just say, oh, it is a man Oremigus that is doing it. These have been the plight of people. On this very platform I have, it reaches thousands of people who have confidence in me that I tell them the truth. This is what they complain also. Even though I tell them, they will say, let that lawyer be giving them time to time this information about PM. PM is a heavy giant of which we cannot throw that into the Atlantic Ocean. We must have a lawyer that will be giving us time-to-time information. Okay, this is the case, this is the case. Even though that is not everything that they will bring to the public, at least there are the ones for public consumption so that people will know that, oh, at least since they have gotten the ones for public consumption. COS na ama m na ị na-agbalị. Agụrụ m this na o nwere onye sị na ihe bụ mmọnwụ ndị ilo na nke ikpeazụ a. And I want to say this. Anybody who carries the mantle of leadership is not pushed around. It's not somebody who listens to advice here and there. Because immediately you continue to listen to advice from a Keko Okemkwo, you become pushed around. You are fortunate. But the time of public outcry, anahakwa fortunate man. Please, man. Mongundiro na nke ikpeazụ a. These have been the things people keep on crying to me. We will be glad if you can come out to attend to this. Because when people cry, I say it here. Even if you call me private and say this is this and this is that, it doesn't make any sense because people who continue to push for it on this very platform, you keep on calling. If you give them, they will say, oh, the tomorrow they will call again. That's the case. That's the case. So whenever I speak on this very platform, it's not me. It is the crowd of people who are on this very platform, who bestowed their trust in me. Because on this very platform, everybody here, now if we either banyeni lulu, now you will go home, that you discourage us. Please, man. And I hope able a listening type. Anybody within the cabinet that sees or listens to this should pass it to our Mama Mongundiro Nanki Bazwa. She should come and address us. It's not all about me. It's not all about me, but the entire people who have been. You have pity on me. So what am I saying in essence? Ogenkere bear witness against our Prime Minister. Ogechukwu Nkere bear witness against our Prime Minister. This is the reason why he blatantly refused for an independent account. Because that very account is hoodwinking PM for money laundering. If you doubt it now, call anybody in Finland, ask that person, what is the case that is remaining for our PM? They said it's money laundering. Who is in charge of the accounts? Is PM directly connected with the accounts? The answer is no. So who is in charge of the account? That money laundering is leveled. It is Ogechukwu Nkere. Who went to Finland with some documents? It is Ogechukwu Nkere. And who later came to play, I spoke to Prime Minister to play down. Maybe his advisors is telling him, say that the Prime Minister have called you. Do AI, because everything is now possible. AI voice of PM saying, all of you should follow Ogechukwu Nkere to play down on the record the main issue of money laundering. The account which you are in charge of is being used against PM. How come? How come? How come? People are following him blindly. When you speak here, they will say, propagandist, propaganda specialist, Chineke mekpo n'ọkụ. Everything that I have said here is information. Information gotten from people. When I scrutinize the information, look at it very well and say, I will bring it to my social media. So this very information, I have had it before. The thing holding PM, money laundering, I had that one from Finland. And someone again from Finland told me, information I carry in Finland. Someone again from Finland told me that it was Ogechukwu Nkere who submitted that. And today again, someone is telling me the same thing from America. Nda niile anọghị ofu ebe. Onye a na America, Onye ano eba. So there is truth in what they are saying. Ogechukwu nkere, no matter how you try. Ịzara Isaiah Anyogo. Ịzara Isaiah Oge. Ịzara Ogechukwu nkere. Ịzara Isaiah C. Anyogo. Ịzara Isaiah Harrison. Gịnị nwanụ? Just every year, amakwụ nke a ga-akpọzi gị akpọ na nke ikpeazụ a. Internationally recognized criminal. Those who try to market you to us are in deep saddening. Hey, Tadi oyibo, owo oyibo iyi. In deep saddening. Onwe n'ebe nụrụ oyibo. In deep saddening. Mba nke a dara gold na ntị. In deep saddening. Those who try to market you are in deep sardine. In deep sardine. Na nke ikpeazụ a ka m na-agwa gị. Because they market ahịa kpụrụ akpụ. Ahịa ọjọọ. They market to us ahịa ọjọọ, and we have rejected. We have kindly and consistently rejected the bad market which they marketed. Lekweni ya were anyị anaghị ego. Anyị anaghị ego. The Biafra people knows who is so, and we have consistently rejected every manner of marketing a criminal. Onye na-agba anyị egbe. If you believe that Prime Minister is coming out, Prime Minister is coming out. When he come out, he's umugusu. When they speak, I laugh. I look at them and say, look at them. They will say, when the Prime Minister come out now, with all the things that you have said, we know you, don't shake, because we know all the things that you have said. With all these things that you have said now, you cannot make a U-turn. So if Ogechi Nkere, that you are following, believe that Prime Minister is coming out very soon, let's say that he is not the one that is supplying the information. If he believe, why did he, on a day, he have already submitted, on a day of not seeing Prime Minister, he have already submitted letter to replace Prime Minister as the next Prime Minister. Under a month, not even completing a month, under a month, he have already taken over as the new Prime Minister. Still telling you that Prime Minister is coming. When he come out, he believe he have done all these things. Then under, not up to 2 months, under a month plus, he have already sworn in his own cabinet members. And still tell you that, Dr. Ngozi Arabesi is removing the people the Prime Minister brought, but before you, he have selected his own and sworn in cabinet members. That most of you are reasoning from your anus. Some of you, some of you in Igbo tradition, o nwere ihe a na-akpọ ara akọ. Ndị uche na-adịcha ha complete. Vụkwara n'ala Igbo. Ịnọ ekofu ishibe. So we have forgotten our root. That is the reason why everyone is equal. Ihu onye na-arịa ara akọ, ya pụta na akọrọ gị things na-agbaka J5. And the person will still want you to believe na ishi dị ya mma. I am a man religious, one of it very kind. I preach nothing but the undiluted truth. Undiluted is you can preach. That he doesn't know that what I am preaching is reality. Does not make any difference. I preach Eziokwu. This message goes direct to his umumugu. Oh, with all the things that you have said now, if Prime Minister comes out very soon, so if you believe that Prime Minister is coming out very soon, Ogechukwu will overthrow him on the day. He is coming out very soon. He has sworn in his own cabinet members. He still tell you that he is coming out very soon. Now, it is, I spoke with the Prime Minister. Now, this man, he agwa maybe issue with the nle o nwere ndị nke m na-ahụ hụta prọfesọ n'aha ha nsị ọ ya bụ na ndị a bụ prọfesọ ndị kaikai. Yes na when a professor is following onye kaikai, a professor in America that you supposed to be wise, ọ bụrụ na ị nọ na America you are not wise, or you nọ in Europe you are not wise, ị nọ dịzie na alaba ihe ya bụ burududura ihe ya bụ maka uche nke gị aya aga na-afapụtacha ya n'okpuru dustbin. Men and women without honor. I am a man, just one of it very kind. And I preach nothing but the undiluted fact. If you know me, you know my truth. That you doesn't listen or you doesn't want to listen doesn't mean that my truth doesn't exist. I am a man, just one of it very kind. And from me from here, from the temple of the grace here, I have only one message. Truth is like a beacon of light. Truth stands in all weather. Nothing dominates truth. Anyone who sees truth follows truth just because of the light that comes with it. This information that I receive makes a lot of sense, especially when it comes from different people, different sources, different countries. You know that that information is authentic. The plan against the PM goes very deep. Very, very deep. And if we look, who is the one? Anyone that somebody who told PM, I will deal with you, support. Oga, I will not support that person. Papa Ejima have been everywhere, singing that PM will suffer, PM will do this, they will deal with him. Papa Ejima have been in all DOS platform. A very clear supporter of DOS, now in Ogenkere's cabinet. What are they calling him? Gadamwa have been everywhere, singing that he will deal with Prime Minister, this and that. He will hook Prime Minister, this and that. Where is he now? In Ogenkere's cabinet. Are you reasoning what I'm reasoning? And Ogenkere, I was told PM told him to do account, he refused. Are you reasoning what I'm reasoning? Up to this moment, that same person comes from the back to tell me that he cares about PM. Whereas Shinazu, now matari PM. That is my own problem. His main concern is PM on Agapanga. And may get support from these people, then I climb. I have this message. And finally, my message to the DPM. My message to the DPM. Madam Dr. Ngozi Oroboeze, Ma. This have been the public outcry. We are on social media here. Even if getting an international lawyer of a standard is a waste, Biafra people want to see that waste of money. We want to see it. Because irrespective of everything, they keep on crying to this very platform. And this platform will tell you the truth and nothing but the undiluted truth. We wish to see that waste of money. It is the money belonging to Biafra people. They cry always to hear, telling me the same thing. even those within. This very platform represents the people. I'm not in the government, but these have been the citizens' platform. Citizens' platform where truth is being told. I am Emmanuel Oromejus. From me, from here, it is good evening, please.